Hello! It's been a minute.
I believe it's been 2 weeks.
It's been 2 minutes since we last saw you. Thank you for joining us today. Welcome to
Hey, look!
Week.
It's ThinkGeek This Week.
Same mistake.
Look,
he always
I
makes.
was testing it earlier so that we could do the sound on the stream for the thing that we're going to play with it,
Look,
and I had it up for that.
It's not like we.
I had it muted before that.
Every week. It's fine.
We do this every week.
Welcome to ThinkGeek This Week. I am Bianca. This is Jeff. That's Jeff's iPad. Erin's back there in the back running things.
I'm so far away this time.
She is so far away because you may notice, and the whole reason that we were gone for 2 whole weeks, 2 whole minutes.
It's because we moved to a black void.
It's because we've moved to a black void. We're in space.
We are
right
in
now.
the deepest reaches of space. It took us 2 weeks to get here.
So, actually, last week we talked about Tesla launching a car into space. Surprise. That was a pre-recorded segment. He launched us into space.
Spoiler alert.
And now we're here.
We're hanging out.
In the void of space. No. We're in a new studio, which is very exciting. It took us a little bit of time to move in. We have a beautiful new background. It's a bookshelf.
Yeah, I filled it with all the
Only the finest of background items.
Only the finest of background items. And you can actually give us a little bit of feedback on what you would like to... Erin is weirdly playing music from her computer.
Wait, what?
Just noises. Look, it's not just me with the iPad. Sometimes things happen.
Playing music.
It was playing music at some point. Anyway, we're moving on from that.
I'm drinking a water bottle.
So, you can give us some feedback about maybe how we should design our studio, what things we can put on this bookshelf, what stuff should go behind us other than the endless void of space.
Where should we travel to when we put a new green screen up?
Maybe that. We'll see. Maybe. You can give us this feedback by entering into our giveaway, which should be live now. There should be a link in the comments or the description of the video, depends where you're watching. And if you click it, then you will be sent to a new page where we'll ask you for some information. That way we can contact you if you win, and we'll be announcing the winners at the end of the stream. And
you could win free loot.
Yeah,
it's good loot.
You could win free loot. The good loot, the good loot we're giving away
is the goodest.
You know what the link is?
Jeff is going to say in just a second after I say what the prize is, because I don't know it at all. We're giving away 4 different 8-bit horror pops. Those are ThinkGeek exclusives. We're very excited about it. They're very cool. We've got a Freddy and a Jason, and they're both sort of like in that 8-bit Nintendo old school style.
They're the colorways from the original Nintendo games too.
There you go.
Look at the bookshelf.
Just do a little lean out of the way.
There you go. Beautiful.
Man, doing this in mirrors is super hard. There they are.
Right there. Anyway, we're giving away 4 of them, 2 each, so that could be you, a winner. You could win one of those. It could
a winner is you.
A winner is you. You could either be Freddy or Jason. They're really cool. We're giving away. There's a link. You should click it. Give us
the link is bit.ly/TGTW3218.
There you go.
There it is.
It's a secret code you'll never crack.
It's a secret code
it's
that
definitely not today's
so far
date.
have not cracked, even though we've been doing this for months.
3218. What does 3218 mean?
No
Who could
idea.
tell?
Have no clue.
When you add them together, they're 50.
Whoa.
The number 23.
Which is 32 backwards. I don't know.
Whoa.
It's the date.
It's the date. Yeah.
We also have a very cool announcement about something that's happened on the site.
We do.
Something very technical and awesome. Jeff, that's generally
I'm excited about it. Look, security is important, and we have switched our entire site over to being SSL. So,
and what does SSL stand for, Jeffrey?
Secure Socket Layer.
Damn, I thought I was going to get him with that one. Nope.
Definitely not.
Nope.
So our site's been switched.
Secure site linking.
Yeah, that's right. It's secure stuff. We switched over to SSL. All of our transaction stuff has, of course, always been SSL, and all of your account data all the transactions there have been processed through SSL. But we went ahead and we made everything be SSL. So the benefits, of course, are that your actual traffic on the site, your searches, everything are completely private. It's just a best practice, so we've done it, and now you're safer because we love you.
And also, so if you see that links are different now, they should say HTTPS in front.
And you should have a little lock And so we just did this yesterday.
It's brand new.
His is super duper brand new, and we're rolling out a few bug fixes on it still. So if you get anything weird in your browser, we promise we haven't been hacked. We're just ironing out the last couple of wrinkles.
Yep.
But I think most of them are gone now. Yeah. That's great. We're excited.
It's awesome. We've talked about giveaways. Also, we're all 2 weeks closer to death now. That's what my script says.
Why did you write that?
I did say that because we've been gone for 2 weeks. And so we have new awesome products, some of which you can see behind me. We have a new giveaway. We have a new studio.
And
also,
2 weeks less.
2 weeks closer to death.
2 weeks left. 2 weeks less left.
In our lives.
To ride around in the space void.
Every moment is precious, and we're just so happy that you've decided to spend this moment with us.
Some of those moments. Okay. Carrying on to happier news. We've got, let's see, we're going to skip over this first section because this is a bunch of nonsense. And we're going to move right on in
for Jeff's hour-long Bitcoin seminar. Everyone sit back and relax.
I wore my best Bitcoin tie.
Yeah, Jeff, why are you so dressed up?
Because it's Friday, Aaron.
Jeff, did you buy this suit with your Bitcoins?
No. I bought this suit so that I could go buy Bitcoins.
Okay.
No.
No one will take you seriously in the Bitcoin industry if you don't wear a full suit.
If you don't Bitcoin hard, and this isn't a suit, by the way, Bianca. I'm wearing jeans, everybody.
I'm making fun of Jeffrey because I'm wearing one of our very awesome products, which happens to be a t-shirt, and I'm sitting next to a man in a full suit and tie, and I look ridiculous.
Well,
but thanks, Jeff.
You look great. And
but I look good. You don't look ridiculous. It's a great shirt.
It's a great shirt. It also says that I am a smart, strong, and sensual woman, a Latina from Bob's Burgers, which is how I like to think of myself and how I like to conduct myself.
Yeah, I don't think Tina would feel bad about sitting next to a dude not wearing a full suit.
You're not Jimmy Pesto.
That's a good reference, my friend. All right, talk to me about Bitcoins.
Bitcoins. Turns out.
Wait.
Oh no.
It's time for just Bitcoin coin.
Oh, it's so good and I love it. Hey, so I think there should be a Jeff coin.
And that's
if somebody wants to make a blockchain for Jeff coins, go ahead and make it. Turns out, oops, maybe Bitcoins are ruining the planet.
Your face is coming out of the Bitcoin instead of being on the Bitcoin.
Let me do my best sad Keanu.
I just have a lot of questions.
I'm doing my best sad Keanu Reeves right now.
You're doing an excellent... Jeff is actually cosplaying a sad Keanu today.
Yeah, it turns out Bitcoins are destroying the planet. The whole planet. There's been a bunch of rumblings about this for a while, but I saw a couple of really compelling articles this week. And now we've got this crazy windstorm here in Virginia, so I guess it's true. I don't know. Bitcoins
That's all Bitcoin.
This is a bit storm.
A bit storm.
It's a bit storm. I don't know.
Hashtag bit storm.
Look, turns out that Bitcoins use a lot of electricity. We all knew this because the miners bought all the GPUs, and now none of us can play video games, and I'm sad. That's a bummer. But all those Bitcoins getting mined by all those GPUs that people bought so that good, honest, hardworking video game playing bums like me and you don't get to play any video games with good graphics anymore. They're using a whole lot of electricity. How much? I don't know. A whole lot seems to be the...
Too much.
Whole bunches, yeah.
Just like a lot.
Bucket loads of electricity. That's the official measurement of electricity these days. There've been a lot of concerns like should Bitcoin mining be regulated due to this extreme energy expenditure. So some of the metrics have been put out, like link it on the same level as some cars. So I don't know. I don't really have too much of a stance here. I'm not as educated about this as maybe I should be. Look, I've got a lot of feelings about Bitcoins. I don't have a lot of thoughts.
Very scientific.
So yeah, do you guys have any thoughts about this? That's really what we're here today. We report, you decide, and if you've got any thoughts about this, any ideas, we'd love to hear them. But yeah, Bitcoin's using a lot of power. That's the news this week on Bitcoin.
What I'll say is that I had to recently purchase a new video card for my computer,
and it was $16,000.
Aaron.
And that includes just Bitcoin Corner.
The B in the Bitcoin is the B in Bitcoin. Do you see what?
Oh, is it? Is that what that is?
Oh
man, I would have never gotten it. I would have never gotten it.
Do you see what this is? Do you see what she's done to you?
Yeah.
You left me alone in here all day yesterday.
It was a mistake.
Well, anyway, I am personally of the opinion that I think it should be regulated, not only because of the energy consumption, but the fact that I had to purchase a video card that used to be like $250 for $450 really ground my gears a lot, and I did not enjoy that.
Yep.
It was
take the power back, Bianca. Fight those bitcoins.
Fight those bitcoins.
What else happened that definitely wasn't related to Overwatch? What was it?
No, see, the thing is, if you get a corner, then I get a corner, and there's been a lot of Overwatch news. There's actually one very large bit of Overwatch news, and that is that my new favorite character has been released. I didn't know that I was about to have a favorite character, a new one, that is, but now I do, and her name is Brigitte. Which is not what I had been saying all week, but when I was doing all of my research to write this beautiful script, I said, boy, I've been saying that name wrong. Brigitte is Torbjorn's daughter. She's actually already been in some comics and already has a place and lore within the Overwatch history. So it was a natural segue into her becoming her own champion. And her backstory is great. Also, she's adorable. Also, she's a tank support, which is my favorite class in everything that I play, from D&D to World of Warcraft to Diablo to Hearthstone to all other Blizzard games, it seems. It's Paladins all the way down. That's my favorite class. So basically, I now have a Paladin to play in Overwatch, and I'm very excited. She has a shield just like Reinhardt, and that's because Brigitte actually helped build Reinhardt's armor and his shield and his hammer and everything that he does, and she sort of crafted her own version of his armor for herself. She has a smaller shield, and her ult sort of uses a banner and makes your whole team move super fast while she's got her shield up, and it's really awesome for flanking and maybe moving out of dangerous situations, like if a Genji ults in the middle of your entire team or something like that. I've already seen a lot of people playing her on the PTR saying that she's going to completely change the meta. I'm very excited. She also has a healing skill, multiple healing skills in fact, and she is classified as a support. I'm really excited to play her. I haven't had a chance. Also, I just love her whole look. I'm very excited.
Everything that's going on is great.
Just that whole, all of it. I'm all about it.
The whole of the everything. Most everything on the inside and outside is good.
Yes.
Good.
I've actually, it's been a long minute since I had any sort of cosplay experience, but boy, does seeing this girl make me want to make a giant suit of armor and walk around in my real life.
If anyone wants to help Bianca make this cosplay,
are you gonna just get your welding gear out and get to work?
No, but I have watched a lot of YouTube videos on how to make armor out of EVA foam, so I think that's the first step, really.
Yeah, really. That's basically like expert level. You just watch some YouTube videos, and that's how most things get done these days, right?
That's true. I mean, that's how I do my job.
University YouTube.
So that has been Bianca's Overwatch Corner. If you have any feelings about Brigitte, as I do, please let me know. If you have any negative feelings about Brigitte, then don't tell me, because you're wrong.
Just be more right.
Just be more right. Consider that. And that's been Bianca's Overwatch Corner.
Let's take a look at the comments here.
Yes,
see what people are saying today.
It's a little slow today.
Well, that's because everybody's blown away on this one.
Yeah, everyone has lost power in the windstorm.
Yeah, we're sorry if we lose power. We are in the heart of a windstorm.
Also, lots of people talking about the giveaway. Don't forget, there is a link in the comments or this description of the video. Depends where you're watching. It's a link. It's a bit.ly link. It says bit.ly/TGTW3218.
The year! What?
I didn't know if it was just 18 or if it was 2018.
I see.
And that's where I sort of messed up. But anyway, it'll take you to another page where we'll ask you for some information so that we can contact you if you win. And we'll be drawing winners at the end of this episode.
Bridget says start using windmills and solar panels to mine. That would be amazing.
That would be so awesome.
Can you imagine like the mining houses that people would build? It's just like
a giant windmill on the top.
Comical looking thing that looks like it rolled right out of Legend of Zelda or something. There was like a bunch of.
I love it.
Me too.
I love this mental picture that you've drawn for me.
I'm super into it. Lots of people are excited for Brigitte. That's great. Got the good old nor'easter going here in New York City. Been alternating between snow and rain all day. So Aaron and I were actually just up in New York City for New York Toy Fair a few days ago. Good times.
Woo-hoo.
Business to business trade shows are exciting. Let me tell you. So
That's
Toy Fair was great, but we were up in New York City and we had this day that They said that we were going to get 4 to 7 inches of snow overnight. And instead of 4 to 7 inches of snow overnight, what we got was an insane blasting of snow that melted immediately, just made everything filthy and wet and very cold. It was
Fun.
great. It was the best.
It's so much fun to walk
made
around
me
the
li-
city when you only have 2 choices of shoes because you had to pack.
Yeah, it made me really miss living in New York, let me tell you.
Yeah.
Really made me miss it.
Oh boy.
Didn't. Okay, on to some more news.
You want to talk about some Infinity Wars?
Yeah, sure.
Infinite Wars?
Infinite violence.
Infinite violence.
Bad for your
infinite
health.
universes.
No, so Marvel's Avengers Infinity War has a new release date. It's been moved up a week.
Oh.
You get to see it sooner.
That's better. I like it sooner.
Yeah, the more closer to now is the more closer to gooder.
Yes.
So May the 4th. May the 4th was the original release date. Now it's April 27th. It has been moved up. Worldwide global release. Everybody can experience the film together. Turns out the news was leaked to the world in an adorable way with Robert Downey Jr. because why not?
Yeah. How about you tell us about that, Jeffrey?
Yeah, what happened? I'm reading my script. I knew that it happened, but I've got an adorable Twitter leak here. Why don't you tell us about it?
You definitely knew that it happened, is the thing?
I knew that it moved up, but I'm reading my script here that you've given to me to read and told me to read.
Can confirm Jeff emailed the entire company and said, guys, this is happening.
It's very important.
It's true. It is very important. Infinity War is serious business.
It is. A lot of people on the internet think that the reason it got moved up is because Marvel is actually, Disney as a whole is releasing a lot of really awesome movies all within a very short time period. We've got Solo, we've got Infinity War, and we've got Deadpool coming. So there's a lot of really cool shit all in the same area. So they sort of spread things out so that everything can get its moment in the sunshine.
Everything you gotta have a little room to breathe.
Gotta have a little room to breathe.
Right?
I need to watch Solo and have some time to really process that and think about my feelings about Donald Glover and how much I love him. And then I can move on to Infinity War where I can talk about Spider-Man and how he's a perfect boy. And then I can move on to Deadpool and just laugh a whole bunch.
Perfect.
So there.
Well, what else? What else this week?
There is a very exciting new game coming. It is a Harry Potter game, which is, in and of itself, not novel. We've had Harry Potter video games before. But the really cool thing that's coming, and it's called Harry Potter Hogwarts Mystery. Which
dun,
is,
dun, dun.
Yeah, which already has, some drama in the name. What's really cool about Harry Potter Hogwarts Mystery is that it's the first video game that really puts you in the driver's seat. You're not playing as Harry. You're not playing as any existing character. You're playing as whoever you choose to be in the Hogwarts universe. That means that you get to interact with some fan favorite characters. You get to be taught by teachers that you know and love. You get to experience being sorted into a house and going through your own storyline within the Harry Potter Hogwarts universe. It seems really cool. It seems really exciting. It's a mobile game, and it's coming out. I'm checking. I don't think that they have an actual release date yet.
There's like a beta that's going on.
Right.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of RPG aspects and basically encourages you as the player to live in the Hogwarts universe, which is honestly everything that I've wanted since I was 8 years old. So this is a dream come true for me. It's coming out soon. There's a trailer. If you haven't watched it, you should go watch it. It seems really cool. I'm really excited about it. And also, I want to see what house it sorts me into because I retake that Pottermore test every year, and it keeps sorting me into different houses, and I just kind of want the definitive statement about what I get to choose.
The problem is I'm pretty sure you pick your house because they didn't want anyone to argue about what house they belong.
Oh no, so you don't actually get hard sorted.
Well, in that case, Slytherin all the way. It's the best house.
Jeff, what house are you in?
According to the Pottermore sorting hat, no matter how many times I take it, I'm definitely a Slytherin.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. According to ThinkGeek This Week lore, you are the best boy at Gryffindor.
I mean, that is the official lore.
The head best
but
boy.
that's what a good Slytherin would have you believe.
Yes.
I'm playing the role well.
Oh, I see. That's a deep cut, my friend. You're a double agent.
Super meta.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe that's the Hogwarts mystery that we're all trying to find out is Wait, oh, look, Erin has helpfully put up this very nice image of Jeff as the Gryffindor best. What was that?
Erin is showing, man, the windstorm has really gotten to people here today.
It has.
Hold on, sometimes old scenes that I have don't have the microphone in them. Hold on.
Oh no, Erin's adding the microphone in so we can talk.
This
is so that was that
as,
time that I was wizarding.
As a Gryffindor head boy, that's what you are in that picture.
Mm-hmm.
So by ThinkGeek This Week lore, you are a Gryffindor. You've already been sorted, and you can't be a Slytherin. You can't be in my house.
Maybe I'm double agenting. Who knows?
Well, anyway, I think that's pretty much all of the good news that we've rounded up for this week. But
what? Feels like you cut my beautiful thing that I put on there.
What did you put on here?
Binge watching is bad for your health.
Oh, I did cut that. I'm sorry.
How dare you?
I'm sorry I did cut that, but actually I have it on the script so we can talk about it. Binge watching could be bad for your health. I feel like that's not news to anyone, and maybe that's why I didn't talk about it. Also, Erin has put together this beautiful art.
Literally the only reason that Erin wanted to talk about it is because she wanted to put this monstrosity on the screen.
She did.
That was it.
This is Jeff and Bianca binge watching all their favorite shows.
What are we binge watching in this?
This one's Altered Carbon.
Oh, it's Altered Carbon.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if I'd want to watch that show with my boss. I'm gonna be honest with you.
It would be a little weird, huh?
That would be a little weird.
Okay.
Binge watching, bad for your health. I feel like that's not news to anybody, but...
Watching 30 hours of television in 36 hours of real life time.
Correct.
Who knew?
You're not binging right if there's 6 extra hours in there.
Turns out you're supposed to sleep, eat, and clean yourself.
Basically, there was a survey of 2,000 British subjects, in which 30% of people said that they skipped 2.5 hours of sleep due to binge watching. And a third of them admitted to depression, anxiety, and loneliness after finishing a series. That's because, Erin posits, people get really, really attached to the shows and the characters in those shows, and especially when you're binge watching something for 30 hours straight. You get a little loopy, maybe.
You fall into that world pretty deeply.
Right, you fall into that world, you get very attached, and it, when it ends, it's just like breaking up with someone. So those same feelings apply. Anyway, it'll be interesting to see if this prompts further study, if it prompts Netflix to maybe change their TV release schedule. Who knows? Here's what I'll say. This was sad to read, but I'm still going to keep binge watching things that this had no effect on me, so...
There you go.
Maybe it had an effect on you. Let us know in the comments. Tell us how you feel.
Meanwhile, let's talk about some good stuff that happened this week. Should we do it?
Yes.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. If this is the first time you're joining us, Slurp of the Week is not what you're thinking that it is. Slurp of the Week is the best thing that happened to you this week. It is the thing that is the highlight of your week. It's the thing that makes life worth living. And for me, that week, here 2 weeks closer to death, this week my Slurp is Alto's Odyssey. And you may say, what is that? And I will tell you, it is the best mobile phone game, except for maybe Monument Valley, in my opinion. It is a game in which you play a snowboarding person. You can choose to be Alto, or you can choose to be another host of characters. And you just, in a very zen-like fashion, slide down mountains. In this case, they're sand, but in the original game, they were snow. And you're just snowboarding down mountains. You're flipping off hills sometimes. Sometimes you get to bounce off of a balloon.
So what makes this the best mobile game that's ever been ever, except for Monument Valley?
Except for Monument Valley. One, I love the art and aesthetics of it. The music is fantastic.
Okay.
And also, it just, unlike so many video games that I play that are really high intensity and are somewhat stressful, this game just really calms me down and zens me out, and I'll just sit there and I just afterwards I'm like, yeah, that was great. Instead of hating my team for never being on the point. So that's my Slurp of the Week.
Cool.
I played so much of it.
My Slurp of the Week is not exactly this week, but it happened since we've been gone for a couple of weeks. So I'm going to claim it for this week. So ThinkGeek's lead copywriter is a lady named Reagan, and Reagan's been here for quite a while, and she's great. And Reagan has helped really sort of like push the brand along and keep the brand sort of like thriving and growing and developing.
Right.
And one of the key parts of our brand is our monkey Timmy, our mascot. And a lot of our fans have made costumes for Timmy over the years. We've shown a lot of those Timmys on this show.
Yes, we have.
And so we moved to a new studio. As part of that move, we also moved to new offices and everything. We got our world turned kind of upside down. In the process of being turned upside down, we found a whole bunch of Timmys.
We did.
And Reagan, the keeper of a lot of ThinkGeek lore, built a Timmy museum in her office.
It's so cool.
It's for sure my slurp of the week. So this is not all of the Timmys that we have.
It's not.
This is just all the Timmys that are in Reagan's office, and they look amazing.
This is a sneak peek where we'll do a bigger reveal later.
Yeah, so we're going to do some more content around all these Timmys. So Aaron, have you shown the Timmys? Are you going to show the Timmys? Badoo! So here's not all of the Timmys that we have. And we think they're great, and we really appreciate all the fans who have made these for us. We have a template online if you wanted to make a costume for Timmy. We take these Timmys with us. We show them off to our fans. They sort of wind up in tons of photos at conventions when we take Timmy on the road with us. We would love it if you would make a costume for Timmy. If there's something that, if you'd like to see Timmy cosplaying as one of your favorite characters, we think it's really cool when that happens. And like I said, we would, we can send you Timmys. We can send you information on the
correct.
On the template.
There's a whole blog post about it. It has all of the Timmy measurements and information that you never knew that you wanted. We have things like length of snout and
how to clothe a tiny monkey.
Right, length of underside of snout. They're different. So we have really specific measurements. It's all in the blog. You can find them thinkgeek.com/blog. Just go through. It's a little farther down now since we've been using the blog a little bit more. But soon we'll be very actively soliciting new cosplay outfits for Timmy because we'll be heading to San Diego Comic-Con this summer. And we'd like to show off Timmy in a whole new wardrobe.
And I've been talking with Andrew, who's our videographer, about doing sort of like a little internal mini documentary about all of our Timmys and how this has happened. So maybe if you make a Timmy really quickly, it can come in
absolutely.
and be part of the mini doc that we're going to do. Because I think this is one of the cooler parts, I think, of sort of like ThinkGeek interaction with fan history and everything. And it's been really fun to find all these Timmys and get them unearthed. And so now Reagan has like a catalog of them. And maybe there'll be like a library card system where you can check out a Timmy for a week if you want to and read it.
There's a regular Timmy behind you if you...
There is. He's right there.
You can only see half of them.
He's beside Annabelle.
Below.
Well, yeah. It's our Easter egg.
We need to adjust where these shelves are,
Yeah,
I think.
Maybe so. Okay. So that was my slurp of the week.
Excellent. That's a good slurp.
Does Aaron have a slurp of the week? Aaron looks like really expectant over there.
Aaron looks like she has a slurp of the week.
Aaron's slurp of the week is that she forgot to figure out her own lighting.
Oh, okay.
Her own cam.
So she looks completely like she normally looks.
Yes, this is what I normally look like. I'm Alpha Bone.
Yeah, normally we put a filter on so that you look more human, but cat's out of the bag.
Yeah, it happens sometimes.
But yeah, this is my slurp, is that I could make myself look this great because I couldn't figure out 10 minutes before I thought about doing it.
You look like Gamora.
Yes.
It's a great look.
This is my Gamora cosplay.
This is
very good.
Okay, so I've got Tina, Jeff is Sad Keanu, and Aaron is Gamora / Elphaba.
Perfect. All right, bye.
Perfect. So, your slurp of the week is us playing video games.
Did
you know?
Their slurp.
Yeah, that's right. Yours.
Okay.
Yours, Internet. We're going to play some games. That's what we're going to do with this wonderful iPad that I've connected with lots of dongles.
Yes. Don't say dongles. Don't say that. I feel like we have to bleep that out.
We're going to play Hearthstone.
We are.
That's what we're going to do. So, have you seen a dungeon run in Hearthstone, Internet?
Well, you're about to see one. But just before we jump into this, let me just remind you, if you are here to try and win some free stuff, there is a link in the comments or the descriptions that says giveaway. Click that, give us your information. We'll be drawing people at the end of the stream who will win awesome horror 8-bit pops that we're giving away. So if you want some free loot, click that link, give us your info, and you can win. All right,
good times. Now we're going to fight a giant rat.
All right. We're definitely fighting a giant rat, and I'm making all the decisions, right?
Yeah, that's fine. I'll just be a table.
Excellent. All right. What are we going to play, though?
I mean, it's a pretty obvious answer, if you ask me.
Is it? I did say that I always play paladins, always, no matter what.
Really? That must be tough in this game. I play mage a lot.
Oh no, here's the thing. I've already done it. I've already chosen paladin, and you didn't get a choice. Blame the rogue, right?
I mean, I usually like to blame the healer.
What do you play in World of Warcraft?
A hunter, obviously.
Oh, you would. Jeff just rolls his face on his keyboard, and that's how
I just bind everything to the one.
Oh boy. Hey, this is not a great opening hand, it feels like.
It's not so bad. Let's drop some of these guys here.
Yeah.
I would mulligan the consecration and probably the equality.
I definitely agree on equality. I'm on consecration. I like keeping it around, but we are fighting the first boss. So
yeah.
It doesn't work. Sorry, go ahead and mull. And if you haven't ever played Hearthstone or Dungeon Run before, first of all, Hearthstone is a card game produced by, I almost said Wizards, but no, it's Blizzard.
Blizzard.
You may recognize some of these really awesome themings, from the cards to the backgrounds to the actual hero itself. These are from Warcraft lore. You're playing as Uther, and it's a card game, kind of like Magic the Gathering, and it's a lot of fun.
I play a lot of Hearthstone. I really like it. I really wanted to duel Bianca, but she was afraid. So, you want to play
Hearthstone for 5 months, and you have a deck full of legendaries. All right, sorry. What was
Noble Sacrifice? It's a secret. So it gives us a free nothing.
So you just drag it out, and that's how you play it. Dungeon Run is a mode in Hearthstone in which you start with a really crappy deck, and as you beat bosses in the dungeon, you get treasure, and you get more cards, and you basically build a deck as you go through the dungeon, and then finally you face the final boss.
And I'm gonna play our hero power here and just get us a 1/1.
Right, we don't have any 2-drops really.
So we've got a secret on the battlefield right now. Noble Sacrifice. So there we go. We get a 2/1.
Haha.
This is the new target. Goodbye, Wind Fury Beastie.
I was about to say, that guy looks like he is Wind Fury. I didn't get to see him play. Boy, we just don't have very many creatures is the thing.
Well, that's why Paladin stuff to start off with, because it has no direct attack for its hero power.
Depends how you do it. Holy Light restore 6 health. Change that guy's health is already 1.
Yeah, give the blessing of might to our boy there.
Yeah, let's do that.
And then summon another one.
Mm-hmm. And then we're going to the dome. There we go.
We have some audio issues, so I'm just real quick gonna switch back to you guys and just see if that.
Oh no. Okay.
Hello.
If it's just the addition of that horrible music of the game.
I can turn the game music down. Want me to do that?
Well, I also took it down up here, but let's see if this works.
Okay, so now we got some more stuff up here.
They silenced him? Okay.
It's okay. We can get rid of that stupid owl.
I'm feeling like...
I mean, so hold on a second. I would just hit the True Silver Champion.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm with you there.
And then just kill this guy.
Yeah, go to the dome.
We're lethal on this route.
Yeah, whenever you have lethal, you go for lethal.
Yep.
There you go.
And the rat has died.
We
Congratulations.
did it! We killed a giant rat.
We beat a rat. We are very good at Hearthstone.
Here's the thing. How far are we going to go? Because Dungeon Runs take a long time.
Sometimes. Let's do another one. Let's do one more. We'll do one more.
We'll do at least one more. And if we die, boy, does that mean we're bad.
So the audio isn't better.
So what are we going to do here? Now we get to choose a treasure. I would start with the extra mana crystal.
Yeah, we don't have many big beefy boys.
No, so
we don't.
This is
have that
just a treasure, so let's take that, and then we get to pick some more cards.
Nope, you don't get to play. The iPad's the problem.
Oh no, we don't get to play.
Well, we'll try again some other time.
Oh no, what's happened, Aaron?
Apparently the source for the audio garbles your mic for some reason.
Oh, that's sadness.
I mean, you can just take.
You can just mute the iPad.
Yeah, it is muted. We're not going to troubleshoot on the stream.
Got
Let's
it.
just move on.
All right. Another time, guys.
Another time. Sorry about the the technology malfunctions. We'll figure it out, get it all straightened out so we can play it again. Or maybe next week we'll play some Overcooked. Who knows? Let's talk about some of the cool things that came out this week on ThinkGeek.com. I happen to be wearing one of them, as I mentioned earlier. This is a really cool Tina Belcher from Bob's Burgers t-shirt. There's a little crest here. You can't really see it. Aaron, if you could put it up on the screen, that would be great. There's a little crest that has Tina's iconic hair and glasses. It says, "Smart, Strong, Sensual Woman's Club," of which I am, of course, a very active and vocal member. I love this shirt. I'm going to take it home. When I asked for this sample so that I could wear it, I said, I won't be giving this back to you. This is mine now.
I love that Tina has it can be turned into an icon.
Yeah.
It's very good.
It's very good. Bob's Burgers is one of my favorite shows. It's very funny. If you haven't watched it, you should. It's a really nice light show. And this is a way that you can show off your love of both Tina Belcher and Bob's Burgers, or maybe you're just a smart, strong, sensual woman and you feel the need to tell people about that, which I totally understand.
Yeah.
We also have a bunch of other Bob's Burgers based t-shirts available on the site. These all are very recent releases. You may not have seen these designs before. They're very funny. I love them. You should go check it out at ThinkGeek.com.
Mm-hmm. We also launched some Game of Thrones mini map markers, which are pretty cool. So if you're planning, you're planning your own domination of Westeros, maybe deciding which houses you're going to topple over, which dragons you're going to send out,
of these,
then you can use these. Just set them up on your table and your giant maps. It's great for when your friends come over and they sort of look by and what's this? And you're like, oh, it's just a little something I'm working on.
Here, Aaron,
it's no big
can
deal.
You switch over to the detail?
But they are for House Stark, Lannister, Greyjoy, and Tyrell.
But it's a fun angle.
Yeah,
Isn't it though? It's directly top down. It's
if you can see, the carving and painting on these is really, really excellent. It's very much I would say they're almost screen accurate props. They're very cool.
Yeah, they're smaller.
They're just mini versions of it, which is better because why do you need this giant goblet size map marker?
They're about half size.
Yeah, my maps are very small.
They're about half size. They're about 2 to 4 inches tall, and they're great. We also launched this week a Rick and Morty Watch Me Go denim jacket.
We did. I'm not going to take it down off the shelf
because it's way far in the back over there.
Way far in the
folded.
It's way far in the back, and it's also put away so nicely. But Aaron has a beautiful picture of it.
So
that is Andrew, our favorite video guy.
Features Rick flipping the bird as he goes through a portal on the back. A couple of pockets up front for holding all your loot and gadgets. And it's a great statement piece for when you're at your most Rick-ish.
And it's like a nice mid-weight denim, so it's good. It's like a nice throw over when it's cold in the office, or
maybe because it's almost springtime. It's a perfect spring weight jacket.
Right, and then of course the symbol on it is just the nice hello to spring, peace among worlds.
That's why it's green.
Yeah, peace
green
among
for spring.
Worlds. One other very cool thing that we launched this week is the Black Panther and Deadpool Geeky Tikis, which I'm about to get, which does require me to climb on this couch.
And your voice disappeared as you turned away from the microphone.
I'm sorry. We launched the... Here, you take Deadpool.
Okay, I have Deadpool.
We launched the Black Panther and Deadpool Geeky Tikis. They're very, very cool, especially the Black Panther one is my favorite. I love him. Maybe that's because I recently watched Black Panther and it blew me away. But these are really cool tiki stylized versions of everybody's favorite new Marvel characters. So you've got Black Panther. He's wearing his mask. He looks like he's ready to go into battle. He's very somber and serious, as maybe a king should be.
Deadpool's just Deadpool. I mean,
and then there's Deadpool.
There's Deadpool. He'd be really happy that you were pouring alcohol into him or something else, not alcoholic. Deadpool would be happy that you were enjoying a beverage from the top of his head.
Absolutely.
And also, he's got swords.
Yeah, he's got his katanas on the back. These are ceramic, and inside they have an accent color. So on the outside, Black Panther is black, and inside he is gold. Deadpool is red on the outside and black on the inside, which...
I mean, that's pretty accurate, right?
That's just accurate. These are really awesome. If you're looking for a fun way to celebrate your favorite movie or just because you want a really awesome drink, you should check them out. They're available now at ThinkGeek.com.
Yeah. And finally, another thing that we just recently launched were our 8-bit pops of Freddy and Jason, which you might win. Who knows?
Yes.
Maybe you'll win
Ta-da! them. So you have a chance of winning either of these pops. We're giving away 4 of them, 2 each. Aaron, if you would go ahead and close that giveaway.
Do we have winners? Have we not?
I don't think Aaron
Okay, Aaron's not pulled them. Let's take a look at some comments. Let's see. So this is what it's like to stream Hearthstone in Atlantis. Yes.
Yeah, it was real bad. My monitor sounded fine over here, so there was something.
That's really strange.
Yeah, we'll figure it later.
Well,
it's all a new setup. It just might be one of the cords is bad.
Oh, people are talking about how they loved Altered Carbon. Okay, so I recently finished that series. I have a lot of thoughts and feelings about it. I don't know how to explain those thoughts and feelings to you without spoiling everything, but my very spoiler-free advice is watch it. It will make you think, and it was good.
And if you have any thoughts, at ThinkGeek on Twitter.
At ThinkGeek on Twitter. And
at ThinkGeek.com.
And I will talk to you about them and about all of my feelings about them.
Yeah.
Travis says, looks too beautiful to use about the tikis. I have a couple of the original Star Wars sets of tikis at home, and I use them actually quite a lot. They're pretty good.
Jeff is a tiki enthusiast.
I am a tiki enthusiast. They are surprisingly also not hard to clean out, which is a nice thing. So if you, I have young children who are no longer but recently drinking milk from bottles. So if you have a bottle brush, it's really easy to clean them out. And if you don't have a bottle brush, they're like $1.99 at any store, and you can use them and clean them out. And you just jam them in there and they scrub it out, and it's easy to do. My
favorite part about the tikis is how much drink they can hold. Certainly non-alcoholic. That's what I meant. Definitely without alcohol.
Water for hydration.
Water. It holds so much water for hydration. All right, Aaron, talk to me about winners, maybe?
I would love to talk to you about winners.
Yes, excellent. I know that's why a lot of people are still hanging around, because we've been talking for a long time.
Okay, so we have 4 pops to give away, 2 Freddy and 2
4
Jason.
pops, 2 Freddy, 2 Jason.
All right, I'm going to get these for props.
Okay.
And if you 2 can fight them out, and that's how we'll determine.
Here we go.
I'm just kidding. I've pulled names.
Okay.
Sonia O.
Ooh, Sonia.
Sonia says, I need to overcome my nightmares with Freddy, and I would love to have them. So
perfect.
We'll send you a Freddy, no nightmares included.
Or will there be? Who knows?
Steven Z. Jason wins a Jason.
Ah.
Callie wins the other Jason.
There we go.
And Courtney W.
Courtney
will
W.
win the other Freddy.
Congratulations.
Courtney said either, so Freddy it is.
Excellent.
These are really interesting.
Yeah,
I think there's a lot of pops that are pretty cool, but these guys really struck me as unusual. So they're done to mimic the 8-bit style of the NES games.
Yeah, but they're
Friday
3D.
the 13th, and Nightmare on Elm Street. But they're sort of more voxel than pixel, because obviously pops aren't, perfectly flat. They're super dense. They're really heavy, and I don't know. They look really cool. They're not really painted. Really cool. They're just a bunch of different colors of plastic chunked together in like little voxels.
My favorite is the claws that we've got here.
Yeah, Freddy's claws and Jason's little knife.
Yeah, look at the claws though. They're really, really nice.
Yeah.
Also, he's ripped. Look at those pecs. This dude is ripped.
He's got an 8-pack.
Yeah, this dude has a 12-pack. He has
an 8-bit pack.
Well and that's what we're going to leave you on. That's it.
Yeah.
Everything else that we have now is garbage content compared to that joke. So we're done.
Have a great weekend, everybody.
Have a great week.
We'll
Bye.
see you soon.